Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, it's James. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Harris on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 37. Check 37. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Here we go. 180. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Hey, high 7. I got this.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 56 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Wait. Hey, gun. Break that.
They begin the drive with Coleman. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Mostert, and an alley to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10, and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Here we go. 12. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. Nick Bosa in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Target.
3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 51 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
A first down throw for Cousins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Play action now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Let's go, D.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. And he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 60 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
14, Vikings 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hey, no, easy.
After the sack on first down, Cousins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. From the 39, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added. Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.